Okay, people, let's talk about some of the performances in Mortal Kombat 1. And of course, for some characters, this was glorious. This was the best certain characters ever looked. People like Baraka, Reptile, best they've ever looked in any game, midway, any era. Expect respect videos, rise videos for these characters. However, certain characters fell off. Certain characters turned to journeymen, jobbers, fodder. Today we'll be handing out these awards. This is the video, people. Everyone, step back and brace yourselves. This should be fun. What should I call this? The Mortal Kombat Performance Awards? People, take a look at some of these glorious categories. Fodder, glorified jobbers. Acceptable, as in decent performance. And of course, the #1 spot are to the characters that blew it out the park. Stepped up, best performances. There you go. Let's go, but to be honest, there's no real fodder here. And if there was fodder, I'd give it to the Omgadi and probably Li Mei's patrol and Shao Kahn's men. They were all fodder. You do not want these guys protecting you at all. The Omgadi are to Mortal Kombat what the Anbu Black Ops are to Naruto. Garbage. Leave them alone. Fodder. Let's get to the real shit. The jobbers. This is what you're here for, right? Who we handed out the first award to? That boy Reiko has to step up to the plate, man. Now, of course, the term glorified jobber, if you don't know what it means, is someone notoriously known for jobbing. For example, Baraka is a glorified jobber. Well, was. He was notoriously known for always losing. Dan, glorified jobber. People known for losing. Now, Reiko wasn't known for losing before this game, but after, Reiko is a glorified jobber. Talked tough, got clapped, got paid 30 bucks, got watched by everyone. Reiko was garbage. Jobber. The only saving grace here is outside the story. Reiko is a beast gameplay wise and has one of the best fatalities in the entire game. So outside the story, Reiko is doing his thing, but inside the story, your man was lying flat on his back looking up at the lights. Tara, man. You know, coming into this, I thought she would be one of the breakout characters, and unfortunately, can't believe I'm saying this, she didn't hit the way I thought she would hit. And you can't blame it all on Megan Fox's god-awful voice acting. They just didn't give her enough in the story. And every time you saw Natara, she got clapped. Natara, by the end of the story, was a glorified jobber. Okay? Simple. Only time she ever got some is when she jumped on Geras, and that wasn't this Natara, that was Shang Tsung's dark Natara. So Natara lost every match she was in. Natara laid flat on her back and looked up at the lights. Terrible voice acting and terrible performance in the story. Sorry, Natara didn't hit. Maybe they'll give her a chance in Invasion or something. But as far as this story goes, she flopped. Next. Tonya, this is in no order at the moment, but yeah, Tonya was a jobber. And yes, I'm aware she did knock down Johnny Cage and Kung Lao on their arse, but they were back up in no time, and it was quite meaningless. Put it this way, 99% of the time you saw Tonya, she was getting her ass beat. She was indeed a talent enhancer. She got washed a lot in this story. Tonya was a glorified jobber. Sorry. She definitely did better than Reiko, but still a jobber regardless, just on a different level. There are different tiers to this shit, people. Who else? Oh my goodness. Rain, rain, rain. You know, I often ask this question, people. How do you wash Rain? How? Again, lost every single match, talked tough, got clapped, laid flat on his back, got 30 bucks. Rain lost every fight he was in. By the end of the game, Rain was a glorified jobber. Yes, in one of these endings you show him flooding a city, but what good is that if someone's gonna knock you out before you summon the waves? Rain is a jobber. Simple as. Who else we got? Oh, can't believe I'm saying this, people, but in Mortal Kombat 1, this Kitana was a glorified jobber. Now I understand Shao Kahn's excuse, but what is Kitana's? There's no way Liu Kang nerfed Kitana, did he? Kitana was talent enhancement. Kitana was out here doing what's best for business, and I get it. They reversed the roles. Now Melina's the stronger one, and Kitana's the one doing the jobbing. You had to reverse it sometime to give Melina the spotlight, but damn, she lost every fight she was in. I wasn't impressed at all with Kitana. This is probably Kitana's worst performance in any Mortal Kombat game. She had her jobbing boots on, that's for damn sure. Who else? Havoc. And here's a character that didn't hit the way I thought he would hit. Seriously, this is a poor performance. And thank God they now have Titan Havoc to be the real Havoc. Because this Dairu / Darius / Havoc hybrid ain't it. Showed up twice, got clapped twice, then lost in a 2-on-1 fight with Scorpion, got his face burned, disappeared. Poor performance. Jobber. And of course his partner in crime, Darius, Mr. No Speech, NPC, jobber. And you know, people clicked on the old video of who is Darius and says, oh, this aged well, he's a jobber no more. What game were you playing? He's still a jobber. Even now, probably even worse, because they took his damn story and gave it to the man next to him. Wait, what? Yeah, that part. And you wondered why this guy was a speechless NPC. I'll do a whole video talking about that. Hotaru, Dairu, and Darius, and Havoc. But yeah, let's talk about your boy, General Shao. Wow. Now, when people played through the story, the first thing they said was, oh shit, Shao Kahn's now a jobber, a glorified jobber. That is General Shao, that is not Shao Kahn. Huge difference. And it actually makes sense here because Liu Kang nerfed him. Said he was a sickly boy. He has accomplished nowhere near the level of what Shao Kahn did. In fact, MK11 Shao Kahn even showed up in the story and he was stronger than General Shao, as shown as he had Raiden beat, while Raiden defeated General Shao easily. So yes, people, Shao Kahn is stronger than General Shao. They are not the same. In fact, neither of these guys are a prime Shao Kahn. The last time Shao Kahn was actually a threat and very powerful was Mortal Kombat 9, and if you wanna count Aftermath. So yeah, General Shao Kahn hold a candle to Shao Kahn. Simple. The order doesn't even matter too much because they're all in the right categories, but all of these guys aren't equal, clearly. Clearly you don't think Reiko is stronger than General Shao. He's under him for a reason. And Tonya is probably stronger than most of these guys here, so yeah. I actually think General Shao could wash all these guys here. Because they're all under him. Rain is under him, Tonya's under him, Reiko's under him. I have no doubt Tonya could clap Darius. Serena got washed every time she showed up. Yeah, Serena's a beast online, gameplay wise. Story wise, showed up a couple of times, got clapped a couple of times, zero impact. People, you can put these guys in whatever order you want, doesn't matter, they all underperformed. Now to acceptable. I'd say Smoke, it was a decent performance, I wasn't blown away. I think Smoke should have been given a chapter. He kind of got shafted here a bit, but it was decent. At least he didn't get washed 1,000 times. So okay performance by Smoke. Li Mei, decent. Started the chapter with her jobbing boots on, but by the end she was given her own chapter and redeemed herself, and she needed to. So yeah, that was a decent performance by Li Mei. Okay, decent. I'm two ways about this one. I'd say Geras. And in the fact that, yes, he was important to the story. You know, he was Liu Kang's informant, kept on snitching, just plain. Kept Liu Kang's power, kept him up to date, that's cool, developed a good relationship. However, his physical performance was poor. Geras did not look strong in this story at all. So yeah, he underperformed physically. But as far as character-wise, he did well. Decent, but he's not up there with Baraka and them guys. Not for me anyway. Ermac as Jared. Ermac's chapter, Ermac was not even Ermac's chapter, it was Ashra's chapter. Ermac was cooking. After that, he lost every fight he was in. Jared reveal was good, but he didn't do much himself, so I'm gonna say acceptable. Who else would I give acceptable to? Quan Chi. To be honest, he got his ass kicked a lot, and he did play second fiddle to Shang Tsung for the entire story, but he was important regardless. And of course, they were given their own chapter, so yeah, Quan Chi actually did his thing. It was acceptable. Yeah. Stepped up best performances, come on, man. I don't even need to say much here. I'm gonna be giving these guys their own rises. Baraka went off. Best version of Baraka ever. You already know, same thing for Reptile. These guys low-key stole the show. Ashra, probably one of my favorite chapters in the game. That's how you build a character. Ashra got over. You can argue these three kind of stole the show. Raiden, awesome performance. His chapter was fire. A lot of characters did well in this game. Kenshi probably had some of the best moments in the game for damn sure. Again, best version of Kenshi, best performance. Melina, best version of Melina. All Melina fans around the world rejoicing at her performance. Unfortunately, this is where the game took a turn for the worst, and this is the chapter where the power scaling, the power structure of the universe of all the characters was all over the place, went to shit. Nothing made sense in this chapter. It went downhill, so it's kind of a bittersweet moment. You want Melina to do well, but not at the cost of complete bullshit. In fact, let me see if I can be the needle mover here. You like those terms, right? To someone watching this video now who has Twitter, because I'm not even on Twitter like that, I want one of you to tweet Mr. Dominic, the writer of the Mortal Kombat games, right? And ask him this question, word for word. Are the characters from Shang Tsung's universe stronger than the characters from Liu Kang's universe? If so, why? Someone tweet that man and ask him that question. He's the head writer, so whatever he says is law apparently. So there you go. I would want to ask him, how in God's name is Dark Sindel stronger than Geras, Fire God, Liu Kang, Scorpion, the Deadly Alliance, Tonya? But you probably won't get a good answer. So yeah, someone asked that man that question. Let's move on. Melina did her thing, but unfortunately the chapter was all over the place. Good Sindel returned. This was good. I mean, a lot of people have been wanting Sindel to actually be the Sindel she's supposed to be, so yeah, that was cool. Good scenes with her daughter and family. Listen, Johnny Cage, like I said, he done better outside his chapter. hugely important to the story, done a lot. Yes, he got clapped a couple of times, but I'd rather see Johnny like this than a forced over pushed Johnny. Okay, this is one of the best versions of Johnny Cage. Simple as. Scorpion's chapter was fire. He seemed to take the lead role. You know, giving out orders, giving out tactics. Scorpion was cool. Shang Tsung, and I'm talking about regular Shang Tsung, had a huge role to play. Got his ass kicked a couple of times, but then was given his own chapter. So yeah, Shang Tsung, regular Shang Tsung, not Titan Shang Tsung, did his thing. Sub-Zero, of course, Fire chapter. Fire God Liu Kang, Titan Liu Kang, of course, vital to the story. Yeah, they nerfed him as Fire God Liu Kang, clearly. But yeah, this is Liu Kang. He's always going to be one of the top performers and put out a good performance. Apart from MKX, of course. Kung Lao, again, I think he kind of got... Yeah, I think he was acceptable. I think Kung Lao deserved more, to be honest. I think that's about it. If I'm missing anyone, you can include them in one of these categories yourself. People, this is my performance sheet. What do you think? What did you think about my awards? In the comments below, people, hand out your awards to your top 5 performers and your top 5 jobbers. That is it. We are out.